What's good, guys? Welcome back to another manga haul. This one is a good size, and it has some good series in here. A couple series that I've been picking up en masse, and also a bunch of pre-orders. First off, Volume 5 of the Holy Texts, Superheroes, X-Zeros. Yeah, it's wrapped. It's by Ghost Ship, so y'all know what it is. Pick up superheroes, join the cult, experience the holy text for yourself. There are 5 volumes out right now, and I think volume 6 and 7 are up for pre-order. The story is kind of out there, but it's pretty entertaining. I will also accept watching the anime. You will be considered part of the cult then. But yeah, check out Superheroes. It's a good ecchi manga. Next up, How Do We Relationship. I don't really like this. It's a Yuri manga, but it's kind of boring. Gotta say, I read the first 4 volumes and they just don't really catch me. Hopefully this turned it around. If not, then oh well. Next up is a feel-good manga in the realms of Slow Loop or Laid Back Camp. Days on Fest is a manga about going to festivals, and it's very wholesome. And if in these times you need something to just cheer you up and kind of zone out from all the shit going on in the world, I would recommend picking up Days on Fest. It's a great escape manga for it's a really good, like, feel good manga. The vibes are so nice, and yeah, I can't say enough good things about this. And I think, is this the final volume? No, I think there's one more volume and then the series over. So it's a pretty short, good, feel good manga. It's by Yen Press though, so it's a bit expensive, but oh well. Gotta do what you gotta do. Next up is a new Nasty Man manga, The Witches of Adamus. No idea what this is about, but someone in my comments recommended me this, so yeah, it was on my wish list, so I picked it up, and who knows, maybe it's good. I mean, it's shrink wrapped, so that's a good sign, and it's Ghost Ship, right? Yeah, Ghost Ship. So I mean, where can you go wrong? There's probably going to be some tits in there, some ass. Probably going to be a good time. Next up, Psalm 100. I love zombie series. This one's great. It's kind of thin for what you're paying, but oh well. It's kind of in the realms of The Way of the House Husband in terms of size. This, however, feels like a more substantial volume than the previous ones. But yeah, looking forward to reading volume 5. Next up is one of my personal favorites, Golden Kamuy. I just read volume 24, and it's really ramping up. I am, however, glad that this series is coming to an end soon. So I enjoy this because it has a lot going on, but I can also see why some people think it has too much going on. It's you know, a personal taste thing, but I personally really enjoy Golden Kamuy, and the covers are super good, and the art is fantastic. Next up is one of my personal favorites, like absolute, like, Base Senpai recommended this in his videos, and I picked it up just from that, and I gotta say, big ups to him, because this is fantastic. The covers are kind of deceiving. They make it look more like a I'll probably say a shoujo manga, but this is definitely not a shoujo manga. It is a dark fantasy, high impact action, and the art is so good. Like, it's so good, and there's a lot going on, and the main characters are super cool. Aschaff is like one of my favorite main characters of all time. He is such a badass. Only bad thing is that it's a Kodansha release, so it's expensive, quality's kind of dookie, but the story is worth it. Next up is a new series I'm trying out. They recently had a restock of the Plunderer, so I picked up the first omnibus, and I have absolutely no idea what's going on. I just really like the art and the cover looked cool. So, and I kind of like this release. It's a bigger release, but it's taller too, so it's not as cumbersome as say the Shaman King omnibuses. This is more along the lines of the new Seven Deadly Sins omnibuses. But again, yen press release, so it's expensive, and if it goes out of stock again, you're probably screwed. Next up is a wholesome nasty man manga. This is just a this is Ghost Ship, but it is not wrapped, which is kind of interesting. It's very cute. I read the scans. It's decent. I just needed to add this to my collection because I felt like supporting the author since I read the scans, and I recommend reading it. And there's a bunch of girls in here, and the main character is probably very relatable for a lot of folks. Yeah, you gotta read it to understand. But 2.5 dimensional seduction, great nasty man series. Next up is another shaman brick. I think this is 19 through 21. Don't know what number this is, but yeah, there's a bunch of them out there. I enjoy this color. Looks like mine came in decent shape. You never know with these Kodansha releases. I kind of wish they had given this the extra height that the Seven Deadly Sins omnibus has, but oh well. I'm just glad to be able to own this physically without having to break the bank. Next up is Volume 2 of Hiki Hero. After being rejected, Shevden took in a high school runaway. Volume 1 was, oh, sorry for the noise outside if you can hear that. We have some construction going on, so sorry about that. But yeah, Hiki Hero, just watch the anime. The manga is pretty much the exact same thing, but it's a cute little... It doesn't start out as a rom-com, but yeah, it's a rom-com, and there is some age there's an age gap, so if that bothers you, don't pick this up. But I think it's done in a pretty harmless way, so take that as you will. Next up is Die Vergelder, Volume 2. I've been meaning to pick this up since I own Volume 1. That's right there. It's by the same guy who did, yeah, here, by the same guy who made Blade of the Immortals. So I have yet to read it, but I picked it up on the basis that everybody loves this guy's work, and I didn't want to be caught without it in the future. However, there's a lot of Kodansha in here. I think there's only like 3 Viz volumes. The rest is Kodansha, Yen Press, or Ghost Ship. So, however, now coming into the big section of this haul, this was just all the pre-orders and a single new series. This over here are 2 series that I've been meaning to pick up for a while, and they recently just got restocks and been piecing together one of them, and the other I picked up everything except Volume 2, but it's on the way. The first series is Happiness. I picked up Volumes 1 and 2, two, missing 2, but 2's coming in the mail, and then 3 through 10, which completes the series. So yeah, I've only heard that this is a very good series if you enjoyed Tokyo Ghoul, and I kind of enjoyed Tokyo Ghoul. It has a similar premise, but also Shuto Oshimi is known for making very good, very emotional stories, so I mean, can't go wrong. I have some of his other works up there. The Flowers of Evil and The Blood on the Tracks. I've yet to read those, but only heard good things. Excuse me. Volume 6 there, and here's the only shrink wrap volume. I interested to see why this is wrapped. Maybe there's something nasty going on inside that's only supposed to be seen by mature audiences. Volume 8. This cover's kind of nice. I don't like the feel of these Kodansha oversized volumes. It's the same feeling as the Mix. It's kind of a matte, like textured cover, and it doesn't feel nice. It reminds me of like sandpaper, but like super fine. And the final volume, Volume 10. So I'm just waiting for Book Depository to finally deliver my Volume 2, and then I will be reading it. Next up is something that has been extremely out of stock for a long time, but recently started getting a lot of reprints. So I pieced together volumes from my local store and from online and a lot of different stores. I think I went to 4 different places to get these volumes, and I'm only missing volume 21. Well, I'm missing 5 volumes, I think, 4 or 5, but the only volume that is not on the way is volume 21. And the series I'm talking about is, as you can see, Dorohedoro. So, have volume 3, volume 4, volume 1 and 2 is coming from Book Depository. Everything is coming from Book Depository, actually. But volume 21 has not had a reprint yet, so I'm missing that. Volume 6, I got this today with all the pre-orders, and I don't know why this is so thin. Like, this is pamphlet size. Like, it's the one thing that really irks me about Dorohedoro is the difference in volume size. It annoys me so much. I really like uniformity, and this series is like, you have 3 volumes here that are the same size, and you have volume 6 that's thinner. This one's a little thicker, this one's thicker, this one's a little thinner than this one. Volume 11, okay, volume 10 is coming from Book Depository. And volume 12, I really love Q Hayashida's art. It's so grotesque and yet oddly beautiful, I say, as you get a waifu cover, I guess. Volume 13, volume 14. I have absolutely no idea what's going on with these covers, so I am excited to finally get into reading it when those volumes come in. Yeah, volume 17, volume 18, volume 19. I like this bright orange one. This guy reminds me of the Death Incarnate thing from Die Dark or other series. Volume 20. And then I'm missing volume 21 because it's impossible to get. Volume 22, and then volume 23 just had a global restock, so people who are looking for it just need to get on it. It's on Book Depository, it's out there. It's not impossible to get anymore unless you keep looking in your physical stores, because it's probably not going to be there. But yeah, volumes 3 through 9, 12, or 11 through 16, 7, no, 11 through 19, 20, yeah, I'm missing 4 or 5 volumes. 4 volumes, I think. So yeah. Oh yeah, last but not least, I decided to fill up my cart with a nice little Bardock figure. I don't own any Dragon Ball figures. I'm not the biggest fan of Dragon Ball, but I think Bardock is a really cool character, and I mean, I've watched all of Dragon Ball minus GT. I'm not caught up with the manga. I'm an anime only, so yeah, I needed some testosterone in my figure collection, because there's way too many waifus in this room now, so gotta have a husbando too. But yeah, guys, that's all for this time. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll stick around for more manga in the future. Have a good one.